My name is Andre Royal Sr., or Chef Andre Royal, the suddenly sleepy chef. I was diagnosed with narcolepsy at the age of 33 after moving from California to Oregon. I had just begun a new career outside the kitchen. I was deeply impacted and had to rework certain aspects of my day-to-day routine, which included cooking. Food is my passion. Over time, I discovered meal prepping was key not only to time management, but helped me maintain wakefulness in a fun, exciting, and more efficient way. Welcome. Today I join you from a commercial kitchen, and I'm excited to share with you a high-energy meal that you can make from home when energy is the challenge. Let's get cooking. Today I'm making a beef stir fry. I made extra beef so that way I can portion it out and use it throughout the week. That's pro tip number 1. Make a little extra when cooking your proteins and your grains. I call this focus tasking. For example, in essentially the same amount of time to cook 1 pot of rice, you can cook 3. Maybe in 1 pot you'll boil wild rice, another brown basmati rice, forbidden rice, and another is quinoa, a high energy white rice alternative. Also a great way to keep things fun and fresh with meal prep. It may cost you in a few pots and pans in the moment, but you'll get the time back when you have already prepped for leftovers. Here are the ingredients. 1/4 cup sesame oil plus 1 tablespoon separated, 1 small head of broccoli cut into florets, 1/2 cup red bell pepper, 3/4 cup carrots, 1/2 cup half zucchini, 1/2 cup cremini mushrooms, 1/4 cup edamame, 2 tablespoons soy sauce or cocoa aminos, 1 tablespoon cornstarch, omit for keto, 2.5 tablespoons water, 1/4 cup chopped onion, 1/2 tablespoon kosher salt, optional, spicy peppers, optional to wake up those taste buds, 2 teaspoons of honey, orange slices for garnish, 2 tablespoons chopped fresh ginger root, 2 cloves garlic, minced. Just chopping up a little bit of garlic. You could use fresh ginger or you could use minced ginger or powdered ginger. I personally like the fresh stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna grab this here red bell pepper. You can also use green or yellow bell peppers. And we're gonna cut them in about, 3/4 inch squares, or you can do strips, however you wanna do it. Make it how you want it to look. And here we have a carrot. Carrots are fun. There's a lot of ways you can cut a carrot. After peeling the carrot, slice in layers to use later as a garnish. I like to keep them in water to stay fresh. All right, I'm gonna grab some cremini mushrooms, one of my favorites. I like this dish because it's a great one to wean off of takeout, a common go-to for those too tired to cook. It's also a budgeter's dream. No fancy ingredients and easily adaptable to what you already have on hand. Whether you are keto, vegetarian, or just plain hungry, everybody loves a stir fry. Now, I've already shelled some of the edamame, just like so. Here we have some broccoli we're gonna make into some florets and cut off a little bit of the stem. I like to leave mine a little on the longer side. I'm adding zucchini, a stir-fry favorite, as are green onions for flavor. Pro tip number 2. People living with sleep disorders have very unique and individual rhythms throughout the day when they are especially awake or tired. And we have to spend our time accordingly. I really encourage you to cook when you have energy. The energy you spend will come back threefold through well thought out, healthy meals ready to eat. I'm gonna mix my sesame oil with a little bit of soy sauce, or you could use some aminos. And we're gonna add a little bit of cornstarch. And that's gonna help us make a slurry. It's gonna be very important later when you make your sauce to thicken up. Gonna make sure there's not a whole lot of lumps in here. A slurry is simply a thin, runny sauce. I got about 3/4 cup of water. I'm gonna set this to the side. Today I'm using about 1/3 of the beef that I prepared in the crock pot. You can use tofu or you can use chicken, whatever your dietary requirements are. I like adding in mushrooms, getting some caramelization on the onions, throwing in the vegetables that I want to remain a little crisp later into the wok. And pro tip number 3, timers are your friends. Find a fun one and keep it with or near you if you need to step away. Set an alarm on your phone. I use mine. Most importantly, try to make the time to focus so that you aren't too easily distractible. Multitasking on social media is a great way to pass the time and forget what you're doing, and possibly scorch a meal or worse, start a fire. I don't recommend that. There we go. Got a nice good sear on the meat. The vegetables are going. Threw in some hot peppers, a little spice, and this is the secret. We have that cornstarch and sesame oil with the aminos. All right, in just a few more minutes, this will be ready. And we have a beautiful beef stir fry. All right, now we have our choices. We have wild rice or we have quinoa. Today I'm going to be plating with quinoa. Now's the fun part. You get to play with your food. Get creative. Maybe even have the kids or whoever's plating their food get creative right alongside with you. You get an assortment of vegetables in there. Some zucchini, some crimini mushrooms, some bell pepper, some of those lovely carrots. I'm gonna garnish this with some orange wedges, some carrot ribbons, sprinkle a couple of these, and some green onions for good measure. Bunny ears, anyone? Looks delicious. Tastes even better. I hope you enjoyed your time here today. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this high energy meal. Thank you for joining me in the kitchen.